opened this show this morning. So I hope you're doing good and you enjoy the time wherever you are. So in Germany and most of the countries in Europe, we celebrate the Easter time. Today it's Easter Monday. It's a day off, so I'm still alone in this whole building, and that most of the markets are off and are with very, very less liquidity today, because most of the big traders are in vacation, Easter vacation, or at least out of desk, of course. So thank you, and good morning to YouTube as well. So feel free to ask whatever is in your mind, because this is your show, and I get up in 5:30 this morning to prepare everything what I share today with you. And the topic for today is diversification, because I promised you last week we want to go one step further to improve our trading, to make it better and better. And this means we have to go further in our trading success and in our trading procedure. And therefore, we have to talk about today a little bit about diversification. If you have any questions, so feel free to ask so I can answer as I hope I will find answers to your questions. So let's go and switch to my chart this morning. So where's my chat? Here's the chat. Wonderful. So, and greetings, wonderful good morning, greetings to Sweden. So, and we are worldwide. I'm talking to the whole world, and this is really awesome. Michael on YouTube, good morning. Tina on YouTube, good morning. So let's see. I guess most of you had a little bit vacation as well. Ian, good morning. I guess you're at home, right, Ian? In Scotland, an island. I guess in Ireland, yes. No. Let me guess. You are back in Dubai. Yeah, I guess you're back in Dubai. So greetings, where are you, Albert? Wonderful, good morning. So I'm really happy that you can be a part of this wonderful family. So, and I want to be there to you if you have any struggling psychology issues on your plate, then share it with me, because I want to do all the best that you become successful on a long run in trading. Plum and wonderful good mornings to Bulgaria, of course. Jackie, good morning, and Thomas, good morning as well. So what do we expect today about the events? Today it's a quiet day, most around the world, I guess not in Asia, but in USA and of course in Europe we celebrate Easter. So today we expect the ESM report, but most important tonight, or maybe tomorrow in the morning, 6:30 German time, we expect the Australian cash rate decision. So actually we are still at 0.1. We don't expect any changes about that, but sometimes in the press conference which follows the rate decision, we have sometimes kind of surprising news. So about the news, be aware, Frank, wonderful, good morning. Be aware that every kind of news follow a specific sense, and there is a special reason why the news coming out. It's the same if you want to tell something, then you follow a special plan. Why should you give someone an information? Unless he asks you, then he needs an information. But in trading, informations or news are really difficult and specific, because the news are there to force the market to do a special thing, buying or selling, but in a special direction. And that's the sense beyond the real news. As a private trader, you don't have to care about the news at itself, We have to care about our rules, that we stick to the rules, because everybody around the world has its own view, you know, perception. That's the thing with the pen. Everything comes from you. So it's the same with news. News are there to force the market to work in a specific direction or in a special direction. And as a private trader, we cannot influence the right side of the market. Therefore, we have to work with probabilities. How is the sentence? If you cannot work with guarantees, you have to work with probabilities. And probabilities means you have to stick to rules. They are based on a mathematical calculation. You know, that's our dice. So if the dice is there, you have to roll. The news are there to influence the market in general. But everything is a kind of interpretation. And interpretation is nothing else than perception. And every human being has its own perception. I am the best example. So maybe there are some guys outside there that say, oh, Markus is a cool guy. Yeah, he's fine, he's nice, and then anything else. But I know people outside there. They blame me all the time. They give me hard times on YouTube with special comments, and I'm a liar. Whatever. I treat people in a bad way and I betray people. I know that. Yeah, but that's the fact. So, you know, everything comes from you. It's a kind of perception. Therefore, I beg you, really, I beg you, stop interpreting the market. It makes no sense. It's an information about the market, that the market is forced to do what some guys want that the market should do. So as private traders, your job is to follow the rules and to become better and better in 3 points. Sticking to rules, cut the loss, and let the winners run. That's our job. And only if we can do that, if we can cope those 3 challenges, then we have a great chance to become successful in the long run and to change the world and to be the exception. Because as I trained you and I told you last week, a trader never has a bad day. We have character building days. And this is the good thing. Either you win or you learn, but we never lose. Win or learn. Character building days. Okay? Wonderful. Good morning. Osarenwinda. I guess there's a shortcut as well, a nickname, I guess. So, Hubert, wonderful. Good morning. So, are the present Forex indications, for example, Euro USD and Euro relevant amid actual low liquidity? No, not really. Not really. It's always the same, Frank. What I can tell you, stop kind of thinking about those things. It makes no sense. It will never bring you to success on the long run, of course. Stop interpreting. I did the same mistake years and years and years. Until my trainer and my mentor taught me that fact, stick to your rules. That's everything you have to do. And by the way, this is the only chance, the real chance to become successful in the long run. Okay? So, therefore, what we have to do about the Australian dollar? Nothing. We never open a trade close to such important numbers. Never. Even we have a wonderful, lovely signal. Stay on the sideline, because we expect volatility in that time, and afterwards a press conference. This is interpretation, and we don't interpret the market. We stick to the rules. So why am I talking about those numbers? Yes, that you realize, okay, there come numbers out. I have to stay on the sideline. Even if we have a lovely signal. Sometimes the market do it on purpose. The market does do it on purpose, I guess is the right sentence. Oh my gosh, sometimes not so easy in English. I have it in German in my mind, but I try to translate. It's not that easy, guys, by the way. So that's the only reason why I'm talking about the numbers. Stay on the sideline, because sometimes the market try to trick you out. The market give you a great, lovely signal and you think, yeah, let's do it. I have forgotten so often those numbers, and then I got out with a big loss. And that's not how we can become successful in trading. So today it's a calm day, but tomorrow, or especially tomorrow morning at 6:30, Australian cash rate, unemployment rate in Australia, in Europe tomorrow at 11. But this is another one. But this is the most important thing. So about Australian dollar on the sideline until tomorrow morning. And in the morning show tomorrow, we can talk about it. And then we can have a look and if you get some wonderful signals. So let's go through the charts this morning and let's handle and manage our running trades. That's Australian Swiss franc. This is different. So we are in that. So I learned you have two options. Yes, we expect a rate decision tomorrow morning. So what should we do right now with an open trade? So you have more than one option. You can cut it, you can delete, you can go out, you can stop it, and whatever you maybe at that point, or you can trail your hard stop a little bit, or you wait because it's 4-hourly chart. In 5 minutes, I would close it, but in 4-hourly chart, I decided to keep going and to to remain in this trade. So let's see what happened today. But I guess they are building a volume zone there, as you can see. So wait. The rate decision is most important that we don't open a new trade. Roy, wonderful, good morning. So next one is British pound, New Zealand dollar. So we are in profit, still in profit. The trade is still running. So we have nothing to do. And I hope you are still in with me, 360 pips in profit right now. And we see we have a kind of stabilization there. And at the moment we are fighting, or we're struggling with the point of high. So let's see what happened there. The purple line means this is my mental stop, which is when I will have a close below that purple, then I trail my hard stop above. And until this time, my hard stop is just in profit and I let the market run. New Zealand Canadian dollar, same procedure. We are deep in profit and we reached our point of control. This is really cool. So, but the trend is still valid and we have enough potential to continue the trend to the lower side. If you have a view at the weekly chart, for example, it's a higher time frame kind of orientation. So the kind of big picture is not a part of the rules, and you should never mix higher time frame and lower time frame to see maybe signal in higher time frames and to get in lower time frame. This is contrary to the rules and to the law of probability, because every time frame has its own probability. So never make this mistake to mix the time frame. The higher time frame is only important if you want to have kind of trade management, that you see, oh, where is the really big money going on? So which means actually, so we see New Zealand dollar Canadian weekly chart. Okay, it's an uptrend. It's a cool uptrend. And actually we reached the point of low. But we have still trend continuation candles in weekly chart, which means there's a high pressure on the lower side. So that means about my trade management, I have to do nothing. So let the market go and we will see what happens. So that we sold half the position, we are deep in profit. Yeah, and we will see if we will see an underneath trend or maybe a secondary trend which is facing upwards, then maybe we can trail our stop loss lower or closer to the current price, but not yet. And about the day off today in the market. So London is almost, it's not really closed, and Frankfurt too, but we have in Germany, we have Easter Monday, so everything is closed. So there is no one at the desk, no big players on the desk today, okay? So we should stay and we should do nothing as well. Yeah, this is Australian, this is US dollar Japanese yen, and that's one of the best trades we made until since we opened this morning briefing show. So what we have to do there, nothing. So actually I trailed, you see, I trailed my purple line, that's my mental stop, up. Why is it? Yeah, so we are deep in the green zone. Yeah, and we saw in the private numbers, so let's see, that's the sentiment trader. Yeah, look at this one, US dollar. So 70% switched to long. We have not longer a kind of extreme position that more or too much are pushing the short button. So now the unexperienced private traders realize, oh, it's not going down seemingly. Oh, maybe I have to follow the trend. Yeah, you see, yeah, I know this is sarcastic, but this is, I traded the same way a couple of years. In my first 7 years, I did the same. But we have so many information today. We have shows, we have webinars. So there's so many wisdom. There's so many knowledge about trading. And so many people work in the wrong way. Why is it? Yeah, it's the humanity part. They don't have the picture in their mind, or can they say, okay, it cannot go higher or the price cannot go deeper based on their own missing picture in their mind. They don't have a kind of imagination, so they have a limitation in their mind. And that's the problem in trading. So take out the limitation. Yeah, the market can always go higher and lower as we can imagine. It's the way of pain in trading. So, and now we can see, okay, more and more people of private traders are going long. And this is a contrary signal. This is a fine signal that we must trade our stop, because maybe the time is there that we will see a bigger correction. I don't expect a big downtrend, but we can imagine we see a deeper correction, and then let's get out and let's find a new signal. That's why I trailed my soft stop. So I have a question for today, because last week I told you we want to improve our trading and we want to make the next step. So therefore, the poll of the day, the question of the day is called, you have to finish the sentence, because we start, real diversification means ... Real diversification means number one, trade different markets. Answer number two, trade different time frames. Or answer number three, trade different time frames and different markets. So what's your choice? What do you think? What does real diversification mean? What do you think? Different markets, different time frames, or different markets and time frames? What do you think? So I give you around 1 minute to push the button. Don't interpret. Most of the times your first thought maybe is the right one. Yeah. So, and we will see the same on YouTube. So the question is, real diversification means trade different markets, trade different time frames, or maybe trade different markets and time frames. So, it's interesting. I have different numbers there. So most of you are in number 3, so let a little bit open. So on my watch list for today or maybe for the rest of the week is or euro, Australian dollar. Remember please, rate decision Australian dollar, just to the watch list. We have to wait. We are in a deep green zone. We have a lot of space to go up to the point of control. So just on the watch list for maybe not today, for tomorrow. Okay, wonderful. 54% shows different markets and time frames, 8% time frames, and 35 different markets. So, okay, what do you think? Should I tell or should I share my experience with you based on what I have learned by my teachers? 20 years, last 20 years. Do you want to know? Should I share my knowledge with you? So type yes or no in the chat box. Do you want to hear the truth? Yes or no? Or maybe you show I don't interested. I don't care about that. So if you're interested on it, because there's one question, there's one answer. So yes or no? What do you think? Do you want to hear it? Because I trade for 22 years right now. So there is indeed a special answer. But first of all, let's go through my watch list. Still on watch list, Euro, New Zealand dollar. So we are deep in the correction right now. We reached 50% of the 50% correction here. So wait for it. Just wait. We need higher volume, I guess, tomorrow. British pound, US dollar. Yeah, we're still an uptrend. Point of control is far away. We are waiting to see more clear signals. And US dollar, Canadian dollar, we have a lot of space to go up to the point of control. Yeah, so we have to wait until clear signals, because you see the volume in the candles are really less. It's really less. Yeah, so wonderful. So I guess you want to hear my success, what is based, my success is based on. Yeah, and the answer is, really the answer is, mix and diversification means different markets or securities and different time frames. Why is it? As you can imagine, the higher the time frame, the bigger the ships, the bigger the fishes, the bigger the traders are there. So, and as you can imagine, the higher the time frame, the more stable the trends, and the longer the trends are running. And what do you think? Where we can make more money? In lower time frames or in higher time frames? What do you think? Type in the chat box, lower or higher, just this one word. What do you think? Where we can make more money? In higher or in lower time frames? What do you think? Type just in the chat box, higher time frames or lower time frames. So, right, just only in the higher time frames. And it's not depending of the volume. In higher time frames, there are the big traders on track. Yeah. But if there is the same sentence, you must cut loss and you have to calculate your money management. It's true. The higher the time frame, you should cut or reduce your money in it. But in the long run, you will have more money. It needs or it requires more patience and a little bit less, maybe micro lots or maybe mini lots, whatever it is. So And to improve our trading, because you know I want to share everything with you, to improve our trading, we mix time frames and markets. So, and in Admirals, we have a lot of markets we can trade in different time frames. So, which means up to today, we trade in 4-hourly charts, the minors and the major currencies. And we add the daily chart for the indices. So we can trade Dow Jones and all the indices with a lower money management, maybe with micro pip, micro lots or mini lots, whatever. It's up to your account size, of course. And we ride the long trends. And I can promise you, I really can promise you, this will boost your accounts, because we never failed and cut the losses. You know, even in time frame, we have the dice. In time frame, we have the probabilities. And look at this one. For example, my first proposal for today is the British one. Look, we have wonderful trends. Now we are on the third correction. Point of control is up at 7,195 points. So we have balanced candles there. And if the market opens tomorrow, I will set a pending order above here to speculate, on a trend continuation out of the correction. Yes, Admiral offers micro lots, of course. Yeah. So, and then the next step, which we do next week, is the exotic pairs. The exotic pairs in weekly chart. So I give you one example. Let's see. I give you one example. British pound, Polish zloty. So I give you this example and you will see what I mean. So let's open in weekly chart. So, and you see, look at this big move. And this is real diversification. Yeah. And I will train you to recognize these big chances and how we can analyze this huge and very interesting markets in exotic pairs. But here we will do it in micro lots. It's depending of your account size. This is awesome. Here at Admirals, you can, in the currencies, you can work with micro lots. Even you have a small account with $100 or $200 on it, you can trade this in weekly chart. I do it for years right now, and it's really awesome. So look at this one. Basically, this is a wonderful trend. We have a stabilization at the point of control. There we see that the color in Heikin Ashi changes there exactly at the point of control with a high volume in it. And this was a big chance. You don't trust me? I show you. Look, real trade, British pound, Polish zloty. You see, 15%, almost 15.5% in profit. I'm not a liar. I tell you the truth, guys. And this will boost your accounts. So my question to you is, do you want to do that with me? Type yes or no. Do you want to do that with me? And I don't leave you behind. We do it together. I help you to cut the loss. I help you to analyze the market in a perfect way. And I only want to know from you, do you want to follow me? Let's boost our account through the rest of the year. And we will do it together and you will have a lot of fun. But your job is, guys, trust the system. Your job is to follow my advices. When I say cut the loss, then please in God's sake, cut the loss. And when I say let the winners run, please let it run. So what do you think? Do you want to help? Do you want my helping hand? I have another offer to you to give you today because it's Easter time. So type yes or no. Do you want my helping hand? Because I have a special offer today. What do you think? Do you want my helping hand? Type yes or no. If you say I don't need you, then it's fine. You know, everything comes from you. So it's kind of your perception. So if you want to help my helping hand, then you have this wonderful admirals here. So I give you this big chance and I will spend a lot of hours to help you guys because I want that we become the most successful trading family ever around the world. So as you could see, for example, I have a file there. So, and I have my students there. And if you connect your Admirals account, MetaTrader account to FX Blue, and you give me your number, which means your account there. For example, you know, this is my FX Blue account with a number beyond of it. And if you send it to me, then I will add it to my file here and to my file here, and then I will have a check on it because I need a couple of seconds to see what you do there. So if you want my helping hand and if you trust me, then make this connection from your Admirals account to FX Blue, send me by email or whatever the link to your account, and I will add it to here, and then I can help you. I can see where you get in, I can see your money management, I can see your trade management, and then maybe I can give you in our morning show a special advice, just only if you want. We are family, and all of us, we have this big dream to become successful, and this is my helping hand. I want to change, I want to be exception. I want to help you to become successful. So now it's up to you, just only up to you. Now you can connect with every MetaTrader, 5 or 4. It's not depending of just only Admirals. You can do it with FX Blue account. This is my special offer for you. So what do you think? It's a good idea or not? What do you think? Yes or no? It's a good idea or not? Or you think I don't care about that, whatever, do what you want. So you think it's a good idea? Let me know. I'm really excited about that. Okay, now it's up to you. Do it if you want. I'm quite sure a couple of you are doubting because when you think it through, you will see, Marcus will see what I'm doing in trading. I'm quite sure you have the thought in your mind. Don't care. Yeah, don't be afraid of it. I want to help. I don't criticize you. I want to help. But you know, I'm a strict teacher, really strictly. But this is necessary to become successful on the long run. Okay? So in daily chart, this week we add daily chart. So I told you about British index on my watch list for tomorrow. Then we have Hang Seng index. Why is it? So look at this one. We have a lovely trend. Point of control is down 26,415 points. So draw the trend, movement, correction, and this is a lovely diversification, movement. No, that's not a trend continuation there, movement. And now we are in correction. So rule number 1 and 2 fit. We measure the move. So we see we have a close above 38, and now we are waiting to the balance candle, okay? And then we will see if it will continue the trend to the lower side. On my watch list, Hang Seng Index. And by the way, it's really interesting. So, and if you want to see how much money you have to invest, then you can add in MetaTrader 5 here on Admirals. For example, you can add on the lower side, this is on scripts, you can see the symbol info sample. And if you put it in, then you see, for example, it's where we are here, Canada, South Africa. If you click here and you see, okay, the volume step is one lots, and therefore you have to decide if you can make it about regarding of your account size. So my email address is, or you can send it to Admirals as well, but you can follow my social channels, and my email address is info. Have it on, let me see. I quite sure I have it anywhere. Oh my gosh. So just give me a minute, okay? So here we go. So it's, yeah, here we go. I give it to you. So info@dowhow-trading.com, just only if you want, okay? info@dowhow-trading.com, okay? So, and with this wonderful example here, you can see, you can click on it, and then you see, okay, this is mini lot, at least mini lot. And maybe if you see Australian, you see it's a micro lot, for example. All that you can see there, that's amazing. So South Africa index, it's also a very interesting idea for the rest of the week. So we see this trend, then the correction, and then a big move. And now we see the correction. So now we are waiting for the balance candle, okay? And last 2-1 is silver. We have a wonderful trend. Point of control is really, really far away, really far away. So we are waiting for a clear close above the 38%. Wait for it, put in watch list for this week. And crude oil. Crude oil is really interesting. Point of control is placed in daily chart, $40. Which means we are waiting. Yeah, we had already a close about, we have already a close above 38%. And we had a balanced candle last week, but this week opens a little higher prices. So we don't need to set a pending order right now, but it's on my watch list. Okay. And I promise you guys, with those things, and we will get a lot of chances to the rest of this year. If you follow this show, and now guys, it's again time to invite interesting people around you. Give them the chance to learn trading on a structured and proper way, and train them. You don't have to train them. I will do it. And if you are trained enough, let's open a school. That's my mission. That's my vision I have in my mind. With Admirals, open a real cool trading school to train people to success, to become successful. And I hope you will be with me. Guys, let me say thank you. Thank you a lot that you spent your lifetime with me today. I hope we will see each other tomorrow again. I wish you a lovely day. If you watch this show again, you will find it on YouTube, of course. And yeah, thank you. Have a nice, maybe Easter Monday, day off, and the rest of the week. I hope we can enjoy together. See you. Bye-bye. And always, guys, have courage and be kind. And may the force of the rules be with you.